I'm Sliding Mike. Welcome to my Skills and Fills series. We're going to explore chords, strumming and picking chords, and what you can do to get those fingers exercised. The first thing we're going to do is just a regular strum. On an open chord, I would like you just to strum out. Now remember, my thumb operates like your pick does. So everything you see my thumb do, you can do with your pick. So just 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what we're going to do is we're now going to pick just the bass note and then strum. So we're going to have a bass, strum, bass, strum, bass, strum. And we're going to put our index finger in there. So we now have this. So now you can hear we're getting two of the chords notes in on the bass, and it's going like a little walking pattern. So with the bass run up to our chord, and we have a D chord here, it would be like this. What you're doing is you're practicing exercising these fingers. Now you can do it like I do with a middle finger, index finger, slide up to 2 on the index finger, or you can do a ring, middle, index. So let's try that D chord again with the run up and then the chord. And I always like to pick just the bass note for the run. So you get a nice Let's go to the 2, 3, 4 fret. We'll be lifting the middle finger to do our walking pattern. But it makes it kind of hard to get down here to do. Now when you do that run up with your middle finger, you want to play all the notes with that middle finger, just slide it along. If you try to use your index finger, it'll be in the wrong spot for the chord. It's on the middle string on the chord. Notice you can go back down the chord run up. So we can go and run up and run down. So at the end of a phrase or the end of the song, you can run down. On this position, it's a little harder to play that walking bass and that run. You can't play a D chord through an entire song. You have to go to other chords. So when we're playing on the fret 2, the D chord would be like this. And if I went to the G chord, my index finger would slide up to the 3, and my ring finger would come down on the 1. So we go from on the D chord to a Notice I use my index fingers for each of those three. So we know where the D chord is, and we know where the G chord is. Just practice moving back and forth. You might want to pause and just try that movement. Now, as I do from the D chord to the G chord, but when I get ready to go to the G, I start at the 1.5 fret and go up to the 3. So from the D, it goes, and then when I go to G, now to the G chord. So now you've heard how we can do a D chord to a G chord. And you all know what the next chord comes, because these are the same chords you play in Boil Them Cabbage Down. So the next one will be an A chord. When we get to the A chord, we're not going to play any walking pattern. We'll just do a strum. Bass, strum, bass, strum, bass, strum. That little fill is a 2, 1, open, and followed by a 2, 1 on the bass. Nothing fancy, but it does get your fingers moving, and you're using all of your fingers, and it adds a little bit to your strumming. The D chord in the 2, 3, 4 position will move to the G chord, which is a 3, 3, 5. And the way I do that is I take my ring finger, I pick up my index finger, slide my ring finger and middle finger down, and slide the thumb to 5. So just playing the chords, 2, 3, move, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, move. So we want to get to the walking bass sound. The first note you are going to hit on any of these chords is the bass string. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see if we can do that real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Back to the D. So now you've got the D to the G.